In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a custom template for a half-drop repeat pattern using Procreate's built-in tools. Hi, my name is Jutta. On my channel, I'll show you everything you need to know to improve your digital artwork and create your own tools. Welcome to my studio. Since I published my latest class, The Power of Bold Lines, Create Simplified and Playful Art, where I show you how to make a custom template for a seamless repeat pattern using Procreate's Save and Load function, I've been getting a lot of requests from you. How do you do this with a half-drop repeat? So let's have a look at that. The difference between the two is just this. A normal repeat pattern just tiles neatly next to each other, kind of like your bathroom wall tiles. Everything lines up perfectly, so the pattern flows seamlessly. With a half-drop repeat, though, each column is shifted down by half the tile height. This makes the pattern feel more dynamic and less predictable, since things don't just stack right on top of each other, but shift. The custom template we're about to make will speed up the whole process, and you can use it for all your future patterns. So let's get started. I'm working with my favorite 4x5 canvas. It's 2000 by 2500 pixels. I like these dimensions because they're perfect for Instagram. If I want to post my work later, it's already good to go. I've already prepped my main illustration. It's a cute spring-themed design that I want to turn into a seamless repeat. I used the brushes and swatches from my class and followed my own simplification methods. If you want to check that out, you'll find the class on Skillshare and Udemy. Links are in the description. But before we get into placing the artwork, let's just set up the template first. It might feel a bit weird at first, but trust me, it'll all make sense in the end. Just follow along with these steps. In the Layers panel, right on top of everything, we add a new layer and we fill it with any color. Now we go to the Move tool and we're making sure snapping is enabled. Let's shift our layer to the left until the top node here reaches the corner and we have those yellow lines appearing. This has just shrunken the layer by half. Let's go to the Layer panel again. Tap the layer and tap Select. As we can see, half of the canvas is filled with those gray lines and half of the canvas is empty, which means this half is selected. At the bottom, a menu appears. Now we need to find this heart button here, which is the Save and Load function. This makes it all possible. So tap it and another window appears. Here in this window, we need to tap the plus button now. And ta-da! Selection 1 has been created, which is this half side of our canvas. Now, let's do this 2 more times for the rest of our canvas. Go to the Move tool once more and shift the layer to the top right until the center nodes from the sides meet the top edge. And we have the yellow lines appearing again. We can tap the Move tool again, go to the Layers panel, tap the layer, tap Select, go to the Save and Load button once more, tap the plus, and here we go, we have created selection 2. Let's deselect, go to the Move tool once more, and now we want to move the rectangle to the bottom right corner. Until we have all the yellow lines appearing, go to the Layers panel, tap the layer, tap Select, Save and Load, and tap the plus. Now we have 3 selections in here which mark this half, the top right quadrant, and the bottom right quadrant. And this is exactly what we need. Once that's all done, our template is finished and we can delete the colored layer. So, why is this method better? Well, normally in Procreate, you would duplicate layers and manually move them around. But that can cause quality loss and tiny misalignments at the edges. With this template, we skip all that hassle. So, back to my illustration. I made sure nothing touches the edges yet, which is important. But to make sure our template works properly, we need something on the edges. So, I would just add a layer. Down here, I use this bottom layer, which is empty, and fill it with white. You can use any color you like or any color that fits your illustration. That doesn't really matter. Now, let's group all the layers that belong to our illustration. We swipe them all to the right and then tap Group. Just a quick tip right now. If you don't want to mess up your original, now is a good time to go back to the gallery and make a duplicate of this illustration and work with the copy. All right, let's put the template into work. Make sure we have the group selected and then we tap the Selection tool. Go to Save and Load and tap Selection 1. We can't see anything yet, but we will see it as soon as we tap the Move tool. Here we see only what we defined as Selection 1. It's the left half of our canvas was selected. So now we need to flip horizontally and flip vertically. Looks weird, but trust me, that's how it works. All right, repeat that for Selection 2 and 3. Tap the Selection tool, Save and Load, Selection 2, Move tool, flip horizontal, flip vertical. Deselect. Select again, Save and Load, Selection 3, Move tool, flip and flip. For the final flip, we just tap the Move tool once more, flip horizontal and flip vertical. And ta-da! We've just perfectly placed our pattern edges without shifting layers and losing quality. How simple was that? If you see any weird gaps in the center, just fill them in now. You can also move elements around as long as they don't touch the edges. All right, I'm happy with that. Now let's finalize this into a seamless repeat pattern tile. We need to select the group, swipe it to the left and duplicate it. We won't need the white layer any longer, so we can just delete this one. I also want to turn off our original group by just tapping this little check mark here. If your iPad is strong enough, you could just leave everything in a group. If your iPad can't handle that much information, that is fine too. Just tap the group and tap Flatten. Now we have all our illustrations shifted around on one layer, and that's okay. Let's repeat this process until we have 5 of those copies. right, that's done. Now we need to shrink all these layers by half, and we can do that super simple by just marking them all. Go to the Move tool, tap one corner node. With having this link here enabled in blue, we just type in 1000. And all of our 5 layers, all of our 5 copies have been shrunken by half. Now we need to shift them around. So we leave the top layer as it is. We go to the second to the top layer, tap the Move tool, and just move it right below the first layer. Okay, it snaps into place. Let's go to the 1 to 3rd layer from the top. Go to the Move tool. Now we move that to the right and halfway up again until the yellow lines appear. Let's move on to the 4th layer from the top, the Move tool. And this is what we're gonna move in the center here. We have the yellow lines, ta-da. And the last one of our 5 duplicates will be shifted in the missing corner down here until it snaps into place with these yellow lines. Here we go. Ta-da! And our seamless repeat pattern tile is created. There's no weird gaps, no missing pixels, and everything looks just super cute. Now, if you want, you can clean up your layers, but honestly, I'm not really a tidy up everything kind of person, so I'll leave that part to you. And that's it. Now you have created a perfect seamless repeat tile ready to use in your portfolio or on print-on-demand platforms like Spoonflower. And this means now we have the proof that our template works perfectly. And now I want to show you real quick how you can save this as a template in Procreate. So let's go back to the gallery and make a duplicate of our just created seamless repeat pattern. Tap Select, tap the canvas here, and tap Duplicate. And now we can give our template here a new name by just tapping down here and call it, whatever we think is catchy or helps us remember what we just did. Let's say we call it Half Drop Template. And then we open the canvas. And now we don't need our illustration any longer. So we can basically delete all the layers because we don't need them anymore. But to help me remembering what I have in my canvas without having to read the tiny text underneath the canvas, I also sometimes like to just add, let's say, a text saying what we just did. Half drop template. Whoops. Make it really large, because then when we zoom out, we can read it in our gallery. So next time you want to use this file, you just make a quick copy, either here, select, duplicate, or you swipe it to the left and tap duplicate here. And then you have your template good to go and you're ready to start drawing. All the selections we've set are in the document. We can check by just going to the selection tool to save and load and see all the selection areas we've made earlier are still in this document. I hope this was helpful. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you found this useful. And of course, let me know in the comments if you have any questions or requests for future videos. But most certainly, thank you for watching my videos and classes and for your ever so kind feedback to all that I am doing. That is very much appreciated. Until then, I will see you in my next one. Bye!